Chatters, chatties, roadies, welcome home for a Great American Chat, a podcast where we chat about great American media. I'm Chad Maurice, and here we are, Cricket. It's been 6 weeks. We're up
I
to the
know.
last, we're up to the last one
For now.
for now. For now,
Yeah.
that's right.
I know.
Because
It's hard to
tonight,
believe. It's been,
I
yep.
know, tonight we are chatting about the sixth episode and the mid-season finale of Crossroad Springs. But we know there will be more episodes next year, 4 more episodes sometime next
Yes.
year to finish out this first season. All right, I got to get the chat up here. Oh, Jay's here already. Oh,
I
and
see
Kat's
that. He's
here.
already making comments. Hey, Kat.
Kat's here. Victoria's here already. Hey, Victoria.
Hello, hello.
Jay thinks you look smashing tonight.
Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you.
So we got some news about When Hope Calls. It was
Yes, we
renewed
do.
for a third season.
It was. And oh my gosh, that was such great news.
Pretty exciting. Hey, Misty.
Hmm.
Misty's here.
Hey,
Pretty
Misty.
exciting. And what else is exciting? That Trevor's going to be on it again.
He is. I know. Did you
Yeah,
see
there were.
Cindy Busby and her and who else was it? Chris Russell's post? And then
Yeah,
like she's running and she's like, "Oh my gosh,
yeah,
guys, look!" It was so funny. I loved
yeah.
it.
She said Mountie Monday, right? And it showed the two
Yes,
of
she
them.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
It was great.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how many episodes he'll be on this season.
Hmm.
He was on. Was it 3 episodes last season?
Yeah, for a total of probably like 3 minutes, like Misty just said.
Yeah, yeah, it was very, yeah, 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 exactly. He wasn't on very long, but at least he was on it. So maybe we'll see him more
That's true.
this season.
We can hope, right?
Yeah, we can hope. So tonight's episode of Crossroad Springs. Do you know the
Mhm.
title?
Sunrise in still water.
Oh, you're getting good at that.
I am.
It took you a while to catch on, but you got it now.
I'm. It's good now. It's sunk in.
So the synopsis, I'll read it. It's not really a good one. It says when a young couple seeks guidance, James must confront his own past and what it truly means to love and commit. Not not a really great summary there. Well,
Maybe I can see a little bit of that.
yeah, some of it. The storylines: a wrench gets thrown in the Hamiltons' plan to buy Martha's quarry. James makes a decision that affects not only his future but also Red Oak's. And the Hedges make decisions that affect the future of their baby.
Yes, they do.
So that's what's going on tonight.
Yes.
So the episode starts with a mystery. We get a glimpse of the Newman Ranch. That was the first time we saw the sign that said Newman Ranch for a second
Yeah.
there. Daniel Newman gets a mysterious call from someone who wants to know about the sale of Martha's quarry. He says Elsa, Martha's attorney, is taking care of it. Then the person hangs up on him. So, who do you think he was talking to?
I had no idea.
You had no idea?
No clue.
No clue, huh? Yeah. I
I mean,
didn't.
we find out later
We
who
find
it
out
probably
later.
was.
Yeah.
But in that moment,
Were you thinking at all that it was a family member?
no.
No, I wasn't either.
No, not for
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, I had no clue. Yeah. But we do find out. So let's see. You want to take this next slide here?
Sure.
Can you see the picture?
We have Aunt Amy and James, and they're kind of he's standing out there on the step, and she comes out with coffee, and he's overlooking, Red Oak, and he starts to tell her, that he's made a decision, and that he had like many sleepless nights or whatever, and she's like, yeah, we always have. I've had plenty of sleepless nights, and he's like, well, I've made my decision. I'm gonna go back to Chicago, because he doesn't want to be transferred, because if he takes that sabbatical, they're going to transfer him to
Mhm.
another church. So he
Mhm.
loves his congregation, and he wants to be with them. And she looks at him and she goes, your ministry is your true calling. And wherever you you could always be a part of this family. And he says, right, but how do I tell dad that?
Hmm. Now, when he said he was going to go back to Chicago, I was shocked. I was surprised. Were you?
I mean, part of me, yes, but part of me knew that he probably still wasn't going to go because I don't know. We're leading into that the cowboy church,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just, I can't see him getting away from it. So I knew that something had to happen in this episode that would change his mind.
Uh huh. Oh, okay.
I just didn't know what it was going to be, but I
Oh,
really felt
okay.
like, he was trying to make that stand, saying this is what I need to do,
Uh huh.
but I knew that something would change his mind.
Oh, okay. When he said he
So,
was going to go back to Chicago, I was like, oh, really? I thought he was staying. And
mhm,
then I thought, after he said that, I thought, well, maybe the episode would end with a cliffhanger of him leaving town.
maybe, yeah.
I thought that's what was going to happen.
Hmm. That would have been a cliffhanger too. I mean, a good
Yeah,
one
that
too.
that would have been a good one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, I heard online that they filmed a couple different versions of this scene.
Really?
Yeah, they did a version where the original version was Aunt Amy was mad at him for leaving. That's what was actually written.
Oh,
That's what the director originally wanted. And so
I
she got
see.
kind of mad at him that he was going to leave. But then after they filmed the scene, she asked the director if they could do it again. She said, "I have an idea. What if she's not mad, but is like understanding and more caring about it?" And the director said, "Okay, we'll try it and let's see what happens." So that was the scene that they went with in the
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it worked out better that way.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of contraindicated what she did initially in the very first episode, if you remember right, because she was a little bit upset when she found out he was going to go back in 2 days. Remember?
Uh huh. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. She
so,
was upset. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, so I'm kind of glad now it came full circle and that she wasn't mad. I think her idea was a good idea. I really do. I think it
Mm-hmm.
made that scene flow better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. So Willis and Nathan, they're driving around. You can see his gator in the background there in that picture, in that
Yeah.
scene there. But they're driving around in the pickup truck. Willis tells him our worries about the quarry and water are taken care of. So in the last episode, remember he was taking flowers over to Martha's. That's how the
Yes.
last episode ended. But we don't
Yes.
find out what happened between them. We
No.
don't we don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, we
Nothing.
don't know. But apparently
Yeah.
Willis thought it was something good because he was
Hmm.
telling Nathan that our worries are over,
Right. So
you know?
in your back of your mind, you're thinking, oh, well, even though
Yeah.
we didn't see anything, things must have went well.
Yeah. Yeah, he must have buttered up Martha or something. He must have,
Right. The
yeah.
flowers must have worked.
The flowers must have worked. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So they drive up upon Daniel sitting on his ATV.
Hmm.
Daniel tells them the Newman ranch is expanding. They bought 200 cattle. And Willis asks, how are you going to water all of them? All of your money can't buy rain. Daniel kind of snaps back at him. He says, no, but it can buy the earth under your boots. Then he gets on his ATV and peels out. And Willis tells Nathan that it takes more than money to run a ranch. So, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't think Daniel likes Willis very much.
You know, I think I think at one point he was trying to respect him, but then he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like he cares about him like as a human, but then when it comes to ranching business, they're definitely enemies, like
Yeah.
both sides of the fence for
This
sure.
whole, all these episodes, he's kind of been like nasty towards Willis in
Yeah.
every episode.
Mhm.
He's been nice like towards Janet and James, but he's kind of been nasty towards Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to take this one?
Sure. So here we see James and Aunt Amy and Tina and Louis with their new baby boy. And they are walking and strolling, on the farm there on the ranch. and James and Amy come up, and they're kind of talking, and then they get up by the house, and they were telling them they had a question, or something they wanted to ask them, and they asked James if he would baptize their son. And Aunt Amy's like, "Oh, that's a great idea. We can do it in the barn and we'll decorate it." And then they're like, "Well, we'd like to invite some of, the people in the town who have really, helped us out." And she's like, "Absolutely. We'll open it up to the community." And so, they were all excited, and, Aunt Amy was excited too because it gives them a chance to celebrate. And James was very excited because he could personalize it since he knows them now. And so yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was it was a really good scene. I thought that was cute. Wasn't very long, but it was just enough to, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what? I should have predicted this. Last week when we were predicting what was going to happen
Mhm.
in this episode, I never thought, well, they're going to baptize the baby and James is going to do the baptism. I
Right.
never thought of that. I should have.
Yeah.
It didn't dawn on me.
Yes.
Yeah, I did ask you what you thought they were going to name the baby.
You did. I know. And so
I
we
did
find
ask
out a
that.
little later.
Yeah, we find
Yep.
out later in the episode. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Over at the cafe, James needs to break the news to Maggie that he is leaving. She gives him a strawberry Danish, which could have been a mystery item.
Yes, it could have been.
Could have been. They do the cliche food on your mouth, let me wipe it off for you scene.
Yes.
Yeah. He tells her he made the decision to go back to Chicago. She says that's great news. And he says, "You think so?" I think he wanted her to say something about being disappointed, don't you think?
I think so, but at the same time, if you're bold enough just to tell her that you're going back and with no explanation and, not even kind of easing into it, I mean, what is she supposed to say?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
being supportive.
She's
She's
being
showing that
supportive.
she's
Yeah. Right.
absolutely and
Yeah.
respectful at the same time.
Right. That's true. That's true. But you could see she was disappointed in her
Oh yeah,
eyes.
you could see
Yeah.
her like eyes were watering a little bit
Yeah.
for
Yeah. You
sure.
could see that. Yeah.
Mhm.
He says, I have enjoyed getting reacquainted with you. She says, how about one last roast beef sandwich with extra pickles? So this was a good callback from when they first met.
Yes, it was,
Yeah, with the roast beef.
but we never saw the sandwich.
We never saw the sandwich this time. No.
No,
Hey, I wonder if she gave him half or a whole one.
I don't know. Inquiring minds would like to know, Chad.
Oh, Kat says Erin, who plays Tina, is so petite. Yeah, she is. She's
Mhm.
tiny. Yeah.
Or the kitchen, yeah, Misty.
What'd she say?
She said, or the kitchen.
Or the kitchen. What's she talking
Like
about?
we didn't get to see the sandwich or the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, the kitchen. she, that's because she doesn't have a kitchen. I'm convinced.
Right.
All right, you can talk about Janet
Okay.
and yeah, here this.
So they're James and Tina with the baby. They're at the clinic, and Janet's giving them a little checkup again with the baby. And so they're sitting there, and they kind of look at each other, and they look over at her, and they go, "We have a question for you, and we wanted to know if you would be our son's godmother." And they're complimenting Janet, saying that she's so good at what she does, and she's so put together, and loves family and everything, and they would love for her to be their son's godmother because she would be such a good example for him, and she would take good care of him if something happened to them. And so
Mm-hmm.
she was like taken aback by it. I mean, she got like all like teary-eyed and was like, "Really? Like me?" Like, she just couldn't believe that they would, think that she was, godmother material, if you will. So it was a really cute scene. I really liked it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. They said you're a doctor, you've got it all together, you got your life together, and she says, well, not really. So, have you ever been a godparent?
Yes.
No, okay.
Well, I say that in the regard to believe it or not, when I was 18 and I went in the military, my sister Tammy, um, she had at that time, I think she had two kids, maybe only one. Um, but eventually she had 3 kids, and at one point I was their guardian if something was going to happen to her or her husband. So it wasn't really a godmother, but I would have been responsible for 3 kids had something happened to them. So um but
Hmm.
my best friend has been my all my children's godparent, godmother.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Is that
So yeah,
Stephanie?
so yep,
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah. So, but as far as godparent, I don't think I've been anybody's godparent. I don't think so. No,
okay. All right.
nope.
Oh, Kat says she was also wondering if she was going to give him half a sandwich. Yeah, Jay. No, James isn't a priest. It just they just call him a pastor.
Hmm.
So I don't know. He's probably not Catholic. I don't know what denomination. I
No, I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, pastor. I don't know. Maybe Baptist. No, is that it?
Baptist or I can't remember. Is Lutheran also one or no? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
In our
think
church,
Christian. What about the Christian faith? Isn't
in
that
the
fasting too?
in Methodist, they're referred to as ministers, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
But if you're Baptist, they might refer to them as pastors. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Need to look that up, Jay.
Oh, this is a heated scene here.
Oh, yes, it is.
James tells his father that he is leaving and heading back to Chicago. Willis does not take it well. James tries to explain that he can visit more often and help out, but his father cuts him off and doesn't want to hear it. Willis says, I had a chance to leave when I was young, but I am a Hamilton and I stayed just like my father and his father before him. Willis says, Go ahead and run away. James gets angry and says, I am not running away. I have a life back in Chicago. Willis says, You have a family here. So Willis pulls the family card on him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He literally like stopped him in his tracks with that line. Like that line was so powerful.
Uh huh. Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, the
powerful.
Methodist also has pastors, Jay says. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, Melissa's here. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah, she says Baptist pastors. Yeah. Whoa, Misty says Willis, I think,
Hmm.
was starting to feel like James was going to stay. Oh, definitely. He thought he was going to stay. I think
Yeah.
so. And it took him by surprise and he snapped in frustration. Yeah, that's true. Uh, oh, Jay says minister and pastor is used pretty much interchangeably in
Mm.
in most places. All right. Oh, this is a quick scene. You want to chat about this one?
Sure. So we see Janet. She's buying some flowers, and she said that she runs into Maggie, and she's telling Maggie, she said, "Yeah, Eric used to buy me flowers all the time," and she goes, "I can buy flowers for myself," because she says she misses him buying her the flowers, and Maggie's like, Maggie says something to the regard of something about James leaving next week, and she says what, and she's like taken by
Hmm.
surprise, and she's like, oh no, did I say something wrong? And Janet's like, you said, what you talking about, Willis?
I know. I know. Maggie spills the beans,
Hmm.
and Janet's like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, she was very taken by surprise.
Yeah. Now, have you ever bought flowers for yourself? I have to ask.
Yes, I have.
You have. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So there are flowers sometimes that come out around Valentine's Day, and they're like this one. I love white roses, those are my favorite. But
Oh,
they have
okay.
this one flower that comes out, and it looks almost like I don't know how to describe it. It looks like artwork almost. And I know that sounds weird, but it's got different colors in it, but it looks almost like a print is on the petals, and it looks like art, and it's so beautiful. I call it the Shakespeare rose is what I call it, because that's what it reminds me of. And so I get those every now and then. When I see them, I will buy them and put them on my table just to see them.
It's called a Shakespeare rose.
I call it a Shakespeare rose. I don't know what they
Oh,
actually call
what
them.
color is it? It's What'd you
It's
say?
red.
It's
It's
red.
red, and then it's got like this. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a certain kind of print on it, and the way that
Oh, okay.
the
Okay.
petals, how they, I don't know how they do it,
Okay.
but they're beautiful.
But white is your favorite.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yep.
Now, have you ever bought flowers for yourself but told people that they were from a guy?
No, no,
No.
no. No. I bought myself a teddy bear one time and said it was from a guy, but it
Oh,
wasn't.
really? Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
never flowers.
Okay. All right. All right.
So, but yeah.
Misty says if I were Maggie and found out James told her before his own sister that he was leaving, that I'd consider his feelings for me pretty significant. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
That's true.
true.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Mhm.
good point, Misty, for sure. Aunt Amy, James, and Janet are at Red Oak. James feels like he is letting everyone down. They get a call from Mason. He tells them if they want to use the part of the quarry that the government owns, they have to file an application proving that it will be used for agriculture benefit and won't be harmful to the water table. He says you may have to partner with a conservational group. And that's pretty much all that happened there.
Yeah.
Not really much to say there. So
Yeah.
they have to
They
file
still
some
had hope though. They still had hope that they were still in the running for,
They still had hope, yeah, at that point.
mhm.
All right, you can talk about this one.
Sure. So here we see Aunt Amy and we see Janet, and they are in the cowboy church and they are getting ready for the baptism. So they're decorating it and they're kind of talking. And Janet says to Aunt Amy that she would love to have a baby one day, and she says, well, I have the perfect, mentor that I've always known my whole life, pretty much. And so she's like, well, I don't know about that, but she's like, saying thank you or whatever. And Aunt Amy's, saying, oh, pray on it or whatever. And so then they're talking, and then she makes a comment to Janet and says, I really hope that Willis shows up for the baptism, because she really wants him to see James in action. And so they talk about when James last, speech or whatever was when he was valedictorian. And she's like, um you remember that, don't you? And she's like, oh yeah. She goes, that's the first time we realized that he had a gift. And
Hmm.
so but yeah. And they talked about how Amy took care of Janet and James and the ranch when their mother got sick. And she was just reminiscing on that and how she would love to be a mother, and Aunt Amy's just kind of reassuring her. So it was a really good scene. I love the decorations, and they had it pretty well decorated.
Hmm. So
Didn't take them long
Janet,
at all.
yeah, so Janet says she wants kids, but
Mhm.
apparently she didn't want kids with Eric.
She's
'Cause
waiting for Daniel.
remember, she dodged Eric's question about
Yeah, she
kids.
really did. She
She
really
did.
did.
Because just like you said, she
Hmm.
wants some little Daniel Newmans running around. That's what she wants.
It's a great possibility, Chad.
It's
Great
a
possibility.
possibility. That's
Mhm.
true. That's true.
Have to wait and see what happens in next season.
So James wants to talk to Willis again about how he can support the ranch and his church in Chicago at the same time. Willis is not interested. Willis says we need to start talking about who's going to take over this ranch. James wants to be involved in that decision. Willis says you forfeited that right when you decided to leave again. James says, why can't you respect my decision? Willis says, why can't you take over this ranch? James gets upset and leaves. So once again, Willis is being pigheaded, not willing to work with James to come up with a compromise.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kat says Janet knew that Eric wasn't the one.
Yep. I think she did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's Jay say? That conservation group thing is going to play out later in the land use with the Newmans. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. All right, what's up? Oh, you can take this one. This is a quick one here.
All right. So we see James and Janet, and James is in the barn. He's putting away one of the horses, and um, Janet comes up and's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Well, I'm just kind of I'm trying to avoid dad. That's why I wasn't at dinner or whatever." And she's like, "Why?" And she goes, James is like telling him the reaction that, Willis had when he told him he was going back to Chicago. And, he looks at her, goes, I'm kind of second guessing myself now because um I'm really going to miss you guys. And she's like, "Well, don't second guess yourself. It's just dad and he's having a bad day." And he really has a moment there, and he realizes, if he leaves, that he's really going to miss them.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so we start to see this, opening of him changing his mind.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's the start.
Yep. Yep. It's the beginning there in this
Hmm.
episode.
Yep.
Mason gives them an update on their application they submitted on the quarry. They submitted that thing really fast. It was like a scene ago. He said, "What if we submit an application?" Wasn't it? Or did they talk about it in the last episode?
Well, they were supposed to sign it, remember?
Oh, okay. In the last episode. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. He said that someone else beat them to it, and it's Martha's attorney. He also says that Martha attached Daniel Newman's name to the application as the potential buyer. Aunt Amy says we're cooked. Mason says, "Not so fast. Let me see what I can do. We still have time." At least that's what he thinks. So, you were right. In the last episode, you were right. I said it's kind of hard to believe that Daniel and Martha and her attorney don't know that the government owned part of her land. And you said, well, maybe
Hmm.
they do.
Yeah.
Ah, and you were right because
Yes.
they knew that the government owned part of the quarry and they
Hmm.
beat the Hamiltons to the punch.
They sure did.
Yeah, so you were right all about that.
I
Yeah, that
just
was.
can't imagine a lawyer not looking into that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and her and Daniel were too close and too talking way too much for them not to have already
Hmm.
had
Right,
plans.
right. Yeah, Kat wants to know how did they twist Martha's arm? Yeah, why did Martha attach Daniel's name
Maybe Martha
to the
doesn't know.
contract? I don't know.
Maybe Martha doesn't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I was
She's still
surprised.
flying high after her meeting with Willis and the flowers. Come on now. She's up in the
Yeah,
clouds. She doesn't even know
especially
what's going on.
especially since Willis thought everything was worked out with the quarry. Remember?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And if you
yeah.
remember, they make mention later. Um, we'll talk about that later, but how
What?
they
What?
think they were scoundrels and they beat them, they did something dirty.
Oh yeah, yeah. Willis does mention that they
Yeah.
did something dirty. Yeah, yeah. He does. He
Hmm.
does mention that to James. What?
I'm sorry, Misty, that makes me laugh.
What did Misty say?
She said Daniel bought her a bigger bouquet.
Daniel brought Martha bigger flowers.
That's awesome.
Oh, Kat says maybe her kids did it. Maybe her kids
Well, yeah, that's
could have
true
been.
too.
Could have been.
Hmm.
So now it's time for the baptism. The baptism of Thomas James Hedges. Tina and Lewis named their baby after James.
Yep, they sure did.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice. I even mentioned in
Hmm.
the last episode, I
You
said, "Oh,
did.
James should have delivered the baby in the barn, and they could have named him James." So they did.
Exactly.
They did kind of.
Yeah,
They
they
gave him the middle
did.
name James.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm just glad they didn't name him Willis.
Yeah.
Now here we get a song from Jillian Cardarelli
Hmm.
singing "Near My God to Thee." Are you familiar with her?
No, I am not.
No, I'm not. See, I don't follow country music. Apparently, she's a popular country musician, I guess.
I follow country and I still don't know who she is.
Yeah, well, I looked her up. She's released several albums.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah,
Does she
yeah.
do more like religious country, or I mean if that's even a thing? I don't even know if it
I
is.
don't know. You mean Christian
Um
country?
Maybe,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't
Because
know. I'm not
I
sure.
like I said, I follow country music and I don't know her.
No, okay. All right. So what'd you think of the song?
I thought it was a good song. It was a good
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I mean, for the
So,
length of time that they had to do this scene and everything,
uh-huh.
it was
Yeah.
just the right,
Yeah, she only sang a couple lines.
yeah.
Yeah. Willis shows up and stands in the back to watch James do the baptism. He is touched by the job James does. Afterward, Maggie tells James Chicago is lucky to have him, and she says goodbye. And that's the end of Maggie. We're never going to see her again.
That's not true. So not true, Chad.
uh, it seemed it.
You know what though? I have to tell you, I was very touched by that whole scene. Um, I think anytime when you go to church and you are in the moment of what's happening, that you tend to get, kind of emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene was very emotional. For me. And there was another scene too that was emotional for me, but it was when Willis was talking to James about going back to Chicago. But there were
Mm-hmm.
certain times in different scenes. But in that baptism scene, that was really nice to see, them with their baby, and it was just an emotional scene. I thought it was really good. It was really
Hey,
good.
Nancy Nagle's here. Hey, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Good to see you. You know who she is, right? The author?
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
the from Rama Drama. Yeah.
Yeah, you met her. Yeah, you probably met her at Roma
Yeah.
Drama. Yeah. She says, Chad, are you starting rumors? I'm always starting rumors. Misty says, I was very loved by the whole baptism scene. Yeah, it was beautifully
Yes.
done and felt like I was actually witnessing it and not just acting. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's
Yes.
true. No, Nancy says hi to everybody.
Hey, Nancy.
So let's see. I'll let you take this next one. This is what's the next scene? Oh, it is a good one. Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. So Daniel's riding around in his ATV and he stops James who's walking, and he hears his ATV come up, and he's like, "Hey, I got to tell you something." And he's like, "Okay." And so he hands him this envelope, and he says, "I just want to let you know the sale of Martha's Quarry is done. It's a done deal." And he's like, "Wait a minute. How did this happen so fast? I thought we had more time." And he shows James the new contract to use the quarry. And he said the water fees have gone up, since they have more, cattle now. There's going to be some other fees, at service fees and whatnot. And so James says, "Well, I think you need to get off my property." And Daniel snaps back and says, "Well, I like this land. Maybe I'll buy it too." Meaning,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a tough scene. Tough scene.
Yeah, Daniel being a bit snippy there with James in this scene.
Hmm.
And I got a chuckle um, when James says to him, Today's not the day, Daniel. And
Yeah.
Daniel says, Today's the day.
Today's the day. Yes, he did. Today is the day.
Yeah, he wasn't paying any attention to James. Let's see. Hey,
Gina.
Gina's here. Hey, Gina.
Hey, Gina.
Oh, yes. Misty says, let me point out that Jesse Hutch is seriously jacked. Yeah, he is. He works out like every day at like 4 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to him about that before. Yeah. So James breaks the news to Willis. Willis says he is going to talk to Daniel, but James stops him and says, let me go.
Mhm.
Willis starts to tell him that he saw him perform the baptism and how proud he was of him, but he stops himself and doesn't say anything. He just lets James drive off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little surprised Willis actually let him do that.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Yeah, considering James said he was leaving. Yeah,
right.
you're
And
right. You're right. That's a
I
good
I
point.
think the whole, because if you remember, right before he was getting ready to leave too, he's like, James, and he's like, "Oh, never mind." And he touched his
Uh-huh.
arm and says, "Never mind," and then he let him go. And I
Uh-huh.
think he's finally realizing, that James
Yeah.
has a calling, that he is this
Right.
man who has a life, and I think he
Right.
looks at him differently now.
He saw
So
him after seeing him perform that baptism, I think is why he let
mhm.
him go talk to Daniel.
Yes.
If he wouldn't have watched the baptism,
No,
he wouldn't have let him go.
I don't think he
Yeah.
would have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. James goes to the Newman ranch and has a shouting match with Daniel. He says it is not fair. Daniel says it is fair and it is a done deal. It is business, not personal, and it is out of my hands. There are bigger powers at play here. You don't
Hmm.
understand everything. James says, you are better than this.
Yeah.
And when he said that, ooh, that must have made Daniel feel bad, I would think, when James says, you're a better man than this.
Well, and if you notice in the scene, he kind of shakes his head like, "Yeah, I am. You're right." Like he kind of makes that a little bit. You see it, and it made me think that he knows that he is better than that, and he's agreeing
Uh-huh.
with James. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And so
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of the personal like feeling side of Daniel in that moment.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hmm.
You could tell that he didn't really want to do all this, but he's
Yeah.
being forced to do it. You could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good acting by Jesse there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is the tearjerker scene. You can do this scene.
Yes.
'Cause I don't want to
So
cry. I don't want to cry trying to talk about
I know, right? This scene, oh, it was a good one.
it. Yeah.
So we have James, he walks, or they're sitting there. I can't remember how they came into the scene, but basically they're sitting there talking, and James and Willis starts telling James what a wonderful job he did at the baptism. I mean, I can't even talk tonight. At the baptism. At the baptism, and he was so touched by it, and he tells James, "You have a gift." And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, "I just want you to know that I support your decision to go back to Chicago, because he really understands now that that is his calling." And James is like, "I think I've been waiting forever to hear those words." And he goes, "But I have to tell you, I think I can stay closer to home and still be, a part of a church, a cowboy church,
Mm-hmm.
and still help out on the ranch." And Willis agrees, and he goes, "As long as you donate the barn," and he's like, "I think I can do that." He goes, "The community will know that it's taken care of." And so in this moment, you see Willis, and he literally is crying, and I'm like bawling my eyes out, because I'm like, oh my gosh, here's this tough man who finally broke after he saw the
Uh-huh.
baptism. And James
Mm-hmm.
is like, they're hugging, and it was just such an emotional scene right there. And it was
Mm-hmm.
so touching to see, like a father and son who finally have come to this agreement to where they're both happy, and they're both, back loving each other in the way they should be,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
the scene we've been waiting for all season, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah, because I kept saying the whole season, when is Willis going to get over this? When is he going to, you know, get
yes,
over his
yes,
grudge towards James? So
yes,
finally it happened.
yes. It was such a great scene. It really was.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, people in the chat are saying this scene choked everybody up.
Oh yeah. Willis, when he had that tear rolling down his face, I was just like, oh my God, like, and my dad's not here. So, of course, I'm thinking about my dad. You start reflecting on your own life too in that moment, and it's crazy how sometimes these shows can, you put
Uh-huh.
yourself in those roles and how they would feel in that moment. And it just opens you up, and you're like, the floodgates are open.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh yeah, Miss Gina said something. Wait. Oh, she says she loves seeing this side of James and how he was willing
mhm.
to fight for his family's land. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a little rough with Daniel there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But
Yeah, that.
yet he was still like respectful,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, because
Yeah.
he could have said a whole lot more.
Oh yeah, yeah. He could have. That's true. Yeah, well, we got to see a little different side of him in that one scene
Hmm.
there. So the big final scene It reveals the mystery caller from the beginning of the episode. It is Daniel's Uncle Jackson, aka Joe from When Hope Calls.
Yep.
He says he wished he could have seen the look on Willis's face when he found out he lost the quarry. Daniel asks if he is coming to town. Uncle Jackson says, "You bet. I am always thinking of Crossroad Springs."
Hmm.
So that was the evil mystery caller on the other end.
Yes. Yes.
So what were you going to say?
No, when I first saw Joe, I
Uh
call him
huh.
Joe from When Hope Calls, I didn't
Uh
realize
huh.
it was him. I thought it was Patrick Duffy.
Oh, you did. Somebody else online said that too.
Yes, I thought it was Patrick Duffy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like literally, that's the first person I thought of when I saw him in that scene.
That's who
But
you
then I
thought
was
of?
like, yes, and then I was like, no, that can't be him because I pulled up Patrick Duffy online. I'm like, that's not him.
Uh
But
huh.
man, he looks so much like him. They really did a
Uh huh.
great job making him look like him. If that's what they were going for, they succeeded.
Yeah, well, he's got a mustache and goatee, and his hair's
Hmm.
a little grayer than it is on When Hope
Yes,
Calls. Yeah. Yeah, someone
yes.
online thought it was Patrick Duffy, and then someone else thought it was somebody else. I can't remember who. Oh, what was that other person someone thought it was? Oh, wow, I can't remember. I should have written it down. Yeah, so like we said before, it looks like Uncle Jackson's the one pulling the strings here. So Daniel's going along with whatever Uncle Jackson says, apparently.
Yes.
Oh, Gina says this was a great surprise. Love that Jefferson Brown is coming to Crossroad
Hmm.
Springs. She thinks he will be the J.R. Ewing of Crossroad Springs. Yeah. 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 Oh, Victoria agrees with you. She thought he looked like Patrick Duffy,
Hmm.
too.
I mean, my mouth dropped open when I saw that
Really?
character, and I was
Really?
like, no way.
How long did it take you to realize who it was?
Well, I kept looking and I pulled up Patrick Duffy and I was like, no, that can't be him. I mean, it looks similar, but that's not him. And then
Yeah.
I had to search online and I kept searching who is the guy in the last episode of Crossroad Springs. And then finally I found out who it was.
Oh, that's how you had to look it up. You didn't recognize him? Oh, by his
No, because
face?
he had dark
Oh,
hair
okay.
in When Hope Calls.
Okay,
And so
yeah.
they totally changed his
Yeah.
appearance in a sense because I did not see Joe in that at all.
Uh-huh. And this will be interesting because he's a good guy on When Hope Calls. He's gonna be a villain
Yes.
villain here on this
Yes.
show.
Yes.
And this makes like four cast members now from When Hope Calls are now on Crossroad Springs.
Yes.
I'm gonna start getting the shows mixed up. There's so
I
many
know, right?
actors on each show. Same actors.
Uncle Jackson, aka Joe.
Misty says this Newman is the reason they've been feuding between the Newmans and the Hamiltons. Yeah, probably. And I wonder why Daniel
Hmm.
is going along with it or what Uncle Jackson has on him. Yeah, maybe Uncle Jackson's
Hmm.
blackmailing Daniel or something, you know?
Could
Never know.
be.
Yeah. So obviously Uncle Jackson, he must want this quarry.
Hmm.
Why we don't know yet. And it must have something to do with the feud that's going on between him and Willis, I would guess.
Yes. I think so. I'm thinking I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, um, I keep thinking about When Hope Calls too. Because with Jesse playing the villain in that one.
I know,
And
I
you know
know.
what I mean? Like, and
Uh-huh.
how he was gonna, and so it's
Uh-huh.
like I keep thinking, oh well, Jesse does that, and I'm like, wait a minute, no,
Wait, that's the
that's
other
the
show.
other series.
I've gotten them mixed up a couple times. I have.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Misty says I was waiting to see Tess tied up at Daniel's log house. Yeah, that's the other show. That's the wrong
Right?
show.
So
Yeah.
true.
Yep. Oh, Jay says Uncle Jackson probably wants the whole valley. Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, Melissa didn't recognize him at all. Oh, okay. All right. So let's think back to the first episode. Remember,
mhm.
the first episode ended with Daniel taking pictures. Remember,
Yes.
sitting on his ATV taking pictures. And at the
Yes.
time, I thought he was taking pictures of the Hamilton Ranch.
Mm-mm.
And now that I think about it, I think he was taking pictures of Martha's quarry.
Remember, I said he's taking pictures of the water levels.
Did you say that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You're right. You did say that. I remember now. You're right. So
yeah.
you were right.
But I
You're
didn't
right.
know like there was some quarry involved in it
Uh huh.
because
Uh
they were
huh.
showing the dock and it showed the level of the water.
Oh,
So
see, I don't remember seeing a dock or the level of water. I don't remember ever
yeah,
seeing that. I don't.
yeah. It
Oh,
was a
okay.
quick flash, but me, I have to
I
investigate.
don't.
So
Okay, I don't remember seeing that. Okay, so yeah, that's what was going on. Now that I think about it, and this episode, I think this is my take on this episode. I like this episode. It's a good episode.
yes,
One of the best ones I think of the
yes,
season.
I agree.
But I think that it should have ended with James and Eric leaving town and Uncle Jackson arriving.
That would have been a showstopper for sure.
Yeah, and I think we could have had a good dramatic scene with Janet crying her eyes out because Eric's leaving and her brother's leaving, and then Daniel could have been there to comfort her. How you like that?
Do you think she's going to let him comfort her after she found out what he did? I don't think that would have happened. I think honestly, what would have been really good is
Well,
if we saw Eric rolling out of the driveway, James behind, kind of like what you said, and then as they're leaving, here comes Uncle Jackson, and he's parked over on the side of the road with Daniel on his ATV, and they all just kind of look at each other.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, James and Uncle Jackson kind of look at each
Hmm.
other. Yeah, and give him a look like, what's he doing here?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that would have been a good way to end it.
Hmm.
Kat says, I'm sure Daniel will end doing the right thing and stand up to his uncle. Yeah, probably. He will probably end up working with the Hamiltons to defeat Uncle Jackson. Ooh. Gina says,
Yeah,
yes,
maybe.
I told Great American Family on my review that episode 6 was the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm
It had a lot going on in it, but the emotional, I think, side of things was just it was
hmm. Mm
so
hmm.
good. Between
Yeah,
the
we had,
baptism and the
yeah. Yeah, there was more drama, more things going
hmm
on. Mm hmm.
yeah.
Because, like we said before, there's a good show and people online like it,
Hmm.
but sometimes it can be slow moving at times.
Oh, Gina
Oh,
thinks that
what?
Amy and Jackson may have had a past.
Amy and Jackson. Oh, really?
Mm.
Amy and Uncle Jackson.
There's a
Oh,
plot twist. Whoops.
that could be. That's a good, yeah, because they'd be probably about the same age, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
that,
interesting to see
yeah.
if Willis and Amy know who he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure they do.
Hmm.
I'm sure they do. And we
Or
were wondering
maybe
what?
he was a rival. Maybe he was a rival in the rodeo with Willis. Mm.
Well, he's younger than Willis, though.
I don't know. He's got quite a bit of gray hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh
Sorry.
yeah, we mentioned in the first episode if we were wondering if we were ever going to see any other Newmans, and we
Yeah, we
did.
did.
We did in this episode. Yeah. So yeah, that's a wrap then on Crossroad Springs.
I know, man.
Yeah, Misty. Misty wants to know if the 4 extra episodes that they're filming right now is that going to be part of season 1 or
Mm.
season 2? It's part of season 1. It's episodes 7 through 10 of season
Oh.
1. Yeah, that they will air sometime next year.
Oh wow.
So yeah, good way to end it.
Yeah.
And are we ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Is it your turn to go first this time?
I think it is because I think it might be. I think you went first
Yeah.
last week. I think.
Hmm.
All right. So the obvious item. What? The obvious item was that vanilla folder.
Right.
that that
That was
Daniel
an obvious one. Yes.
handed to James. Oh, why did I get blurry all of a sudden? Whoa, what happened? Whoa, there we go. So that was my first thought to bring that, and I thought, oh no, that's too obvious. I can't bring that. And I couldn't honestly, I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't think of anything else to bring. So I kind of copped out. I brought something. It might be stupid, but this is what I brought. Do you think you can guess it?
Lantern. What was that laugh for? Um, I'm trying to think. Either the Danish, the lantern, the coffee mug with the coffee cup, or
there were candles. Remember, Janet
candles. Yeah, there were
Janet
candles. They were or
gave candles
flowers.
or flowers. Yeah, the flowers that
Hmm.
Janet had. Yeah, there were other items. All right,
Yeah, I
all
don't
right,
know.
all right. Here it is. Ba, ba, ba.
Water?
Water for Martha's quarry, and also the water representing the
The
baptism
baptism. Okay.
of the Hedges
Okay.
baby.
Hey.
There you go. There
Okay.
you go.
That was
We'll just
intriguing.
pretend that it's holy water. How's that?
There you go. You're gonna need a lot more of that, Chad. No, just kidding.
No. So that's what I came up with.
All right.
So
So,
you always come up with good stuff that I can never
mhm.
guess. What can I guess? Uh,
I want to know if anybody in
we
the chat can guess what I
we
brought.
pretty much we pretty much we pretty much mentioned everything, right?
Almost
There's
everything.
almost everything.
Hmm.
What else is there? Oh, Cat
You
liked
had
my
to.
water. Oh, thanks, Cat.
You had to really pay attention to see this one.
To see this one,
Yes.
really pay attention.
Hmm.
All right, I give. I have no
You
guesses.
you won't get this. Trust me.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Okay. What? A hair dryer? No. What
Oh,
is
it's
it?
not a hair dryer. It's
What
a
is it?
thermometer.
Oh, did they take the baby's temperature? Did Janet take
No,
the
but it
baby's
was up on the
temperature?
shelf
Oh my
when you
gosh. It was in the
when you
background.
it was in the background. It was in the scene when she's holding the baby. It was up on the shelf, and it looks just like this one.
Oh my gosh.
Because I
I,
noticed it, and I go, "Oh my god, that's like my thermometer!" And I went, "Oh, that's my mystery item right there." Sure did.
I never even saw that. I never,
Yep,
oh yeah. I
yep,
never would have. Oh
sure
geez.
was.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I was like, he's never gonna guess this one.
No. I never saw a thermometer.
Look at Misty thermometer. Yes, if you go back and watch the episode, look up on the shelf, and you will see it. It's kind of laying at an angle. Hmm.
Oh yes, Gina just mentioned. I was just gonna mention that. She wants to know if anyone else is jumping on the Great American Family Christmas premiere Zoom chat that they are
So,
doing.
is it 8 or 9 o'clock? Because
It
it said
starts at
8
9 o'clock.
Eastern.
It
So
starts at nine
they
o'clock.
posted it wrong in the email then.
Yeah, because Kat messaged me and said it was 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
Cricket, you are very observant. Yeah, so they're doing a Christmas preview episode without us. Can you believe that?
I know, right?
What's up
They
with
could have
that?
invited us.
Ooh, what up with that? What's up with that? Yeah.
All right.
So the Christmas movies start this weekend.
Mhm.
The first movie, I gotta tell you what it's about. I don't know if you dived into the summaries or not, but it's about a pastry chef from the big city who goes back home to save her family's farm by entering a pie baking contest. That sounds like a doozy.
Yeah. It sounds like one I've seen probably 5 times. No
I
offense,
know.
but yes.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking
That
no
pie
wonder
better be like rhubarb or something different.
I was thinking no wonder they're airing it in October.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jay says I didn't get invited, and I already have Rudolph on my wall in the
Well,
background behind
yeah.
me.
If I
Yeah.
change my backdrop, I got Christmas right there. I mean, 2 seconds. That's
Yeah,
all they had to do was invite us, Chad.
yeah. So
That's all
thanks for
right.
being here, roadies. We'll let you go so you can catch the Zoom that the programming team at Great American Media is doing, talking about the Christmas movies. Cricket, thanks for giving up your last 6 weeks and doing this with me.
Hey, absolutely. It's been fun, Chad. Can't wait till the
Yeah,
next three come on either.
yeah.
And When Hope Calls is coming back.
Oh, wait, Kat said it's going on right now. They got the time wrong. Wait a minute. See, I saw 9 o'clock, but you saw 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know when I don't know, maybe.
It says Pure Flix was at 8 and Great American Family was at
Oh,
9.
oh, there was two different. They're doing. Oh, that's what Melissa says. They were doing two different ones.
I
Pure Flicks
guess,
at
but
8, Great American Family at 9.
so
Oh,
you
could
wearing your
be.
cowboy hat, Chad?
What?
Are you gonna do your cowboy hat? You gonna wear it?
For what? The Zoom thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna. They're not gonna see me. They're not gonna see anybody. I don't think. They,
maybe. You
they,
never know.
they have the cameras shut off. The cameras will be off.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Roadies, for being here. Okay. That's it.
I'm a little sad, Chad, but
Are
we'll
we gonna
see each
chat?
other
Are we
again.
gonna chat about any Christmas movies? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I'm sure we probably will.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see what happens.
sounds good.
All right. Enjoy the Christmas movies, Roadies. Until next time, you keep the faith. Keep smiling. Keep your friends close, and keep your great American family closer.
Bye,
Thanks for
Jay.
being here for the past 6 weeks, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.